Good morning, friends. It's time for Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, the Wisdom of Ben Sira. Good morning, Mom. So here's the big picture of Ecclesiasticus, aka Sirach, aka the Wisdom of Ben Sira. We're making good progress here. We are this morning in chapter 29 of Ecclesiasticus. There are 51 chapters, so we're getting there. We still have a little bit to go, but we're getting there. We'll be resuming at verse 14 this morning of chapter 29. Chapter 29. So, we're in this section right here, chapters 25 through 43. Collected teachings, dozens more proverbs, and yeah, it's an interesting point. Um, there is a lot of contrast with the honorable portrait of women in the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament. And if you're inclined to laugh there, because sometimes all you can do is laugh, it's not always an honorable. Oh my goodness, I'm having issues with keeping this focused in. It's not always an honorable portrait in the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament, depending on whom you are paying attention to and where you're reading. So, friends, let's continue reading here and be mindful of the fact that this is in contrast and this is also apocryphal text. So, as Anglicans, we read these apocryphal texts, but we don't quite use them to form doctrine and belief. We read for edification, for knowledge. So, friends, good morning again, Don and Linda. In addition to Mom. There we go. So I'll be reading from the left-hand column, which is the text as found in the Common English Bible. In the right-hand column, you see the text is found in the New Revised Standard Version Updated Edition, which I may reference at some point for comparison's sake. It may just simply be there for a side-by-side comparison. Chapter 29, verse 14. So I've got to scroll down to here to get to verse 14. There it is. And there it is. Let's read. Good people will guarantee a loan for neighbors, and those who have lost any sense of shame will abandon them. Don't forget the kindness of those who have guaranteed a loan, since they gave their life on your behalf. Sinners will ruin the guarantor's property, and ungrateful persons intentionally abandon their rescuers. Guaranteeing a loan has ruined many prosperous people and tossed them about like a wave on the sea. It has led to the exile of the powerful, and they have wandered among foreign nations. Sinners will fall into guaranteeing loans, and when they chase profits, they will fall into lawsuits. Help your neighbor as much as you can, but keep yourself from ruin. Life's foundations are water, bread, clothing, and a house for ensuring privacy. Better is the life of the poor under a shelter of rafters than magnificent food in foreign countries. Be content with a little or a lot, and you will never be put down for being a sojourner. Going from house to house is a miserable life, and wherever you are an immigrant, don't open your mouth. Interesting that in one place it's immigrant, in another place it's guest. And I suspect one is rather triggering for some folks these days. And one may be easy to accept, maybe even a little too easy to accept. That's a longer discussion. We're here to read. So let's keep reading. Verse 25. You will entertain and provide drink without thanks, and you will hear bitter words such as these. Come here, foreigner, prepare a table, and if there's something in your hand, feed it to me. Go away, foreigner, I have a reputable guest. My brother has come to visit, and I need the house. These are difficult things for a person of intelligence. Criticism for being an immigrant, and rebuke from a money leader. Wow. Pretty blunt, pretty direct. Sometimes we need that, don't we? And the NRSV isn't exactly letting us off the hook there. Not entirely. Maybe a little bit. Stranger and foreigner aren't quite on the same level. Chapter 30. The person who loves his sons will discipline them often, so that he may be glad about how they turn out. Whoever instructs his sons will benefit from them, and he will boast about them among his acquaintances. The person who teaches his sons will make his enemies jealous, but among his friends he will rejoice over them. When their father passes away, it is as if he hadn't died, because he left behind sons who were like him. When he was alive, he saw them and was glad, and at his end, he wasn't grieved. He was survived by those who would avenge him against his enemies, and who would repay kindness to his friends. A parent who spoils children now will end up tending to their wounds and will experience heartache at every outcry. A horse that is unbroken turns out stubborn, and a child, when given free rein, turns out reckless. Indulge children and they will terrorize you. Play with them and they will grieve you. Don't laugh together with them so that you don't suffer together and in the end grind your teeth in regret. Don't give them free rein in their youth. Bruise their sides while they are still young, or else they will become stubborn and disobey you. Educate your children and work on them so that you don't end up offended by their shameful behavior. Whew. Is this the kind of thing we want to affirm? I hope not. I hope we're smarter in reading scripture than that. Verse 14. It is better to be poor, but healthy and strong, than a rich person whose body is afflicted. Being healthy and fit is better than any gold, and a strong spirit is better than untold riches. No wealth is better than a healthy body, and no gladness is better than happiness in one's heart. Death is better than a bitter life, and eternal rest is better than chronic illness. I'm going to pause there, but let me just say 9 years of chaplaincy in a trauma unit. There is something worse than death. There really, really, truly is. Good morning, Anthony. Friends, we're going to pause there. And next time we'll pick up here at verse 18. Peace be with you, dear friends. A blessed Sabbath to you all.